Philadelphia. I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gargano Show.
Good morning, everybody. Live from the Xfinity Studios, this is the Anthony Gargano Show. Yes, presented by the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app. And let's get right into it. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Phils, after the Wheeler news over the weekend, that had us just doubled over in pain, right? We were doubled over in pain. The Phils come out with an incredible sweep of a very good team in the Seattle Mariners. Yesterday, the Lizard. Oh, the Lizard was on fire yesterday. Woof, woof. Phillies, Ranger, Sanchez, Lizard, double-digit strikeouts for all of them. What? 12 in 6 innings for the Lizard. And the bats, like timely hits. It was nice. You had the dessert with a Schwarber. It was a great series. Wow, they look terrific. I mean, listen, that's the kind of ball that you got to play, right? Like, that's what they're going to do. Without your big horse, without your ace, you need them to step up. And it was Sanchez, your new ace, the Lizard, Ranger. And, I mean, it's amazing, man. They just struck out a ton of Mariners for those 3 games. Real good. Now, here's the deal. Here's where they sit, right? So you're in first place in the East, 74-53, 6.5 games up on the Mets. All right, so that's good. Then Milwaukee's running away with everything. They're 79 and 48. They're going to have the best record in the National League. Cubs, 73-54, and then the Reds are 67-61. So the Cubs have a lock on that. The Reds might be able to catch the Mets. They're only a game behind the Mets right now. And then the teams that we have to worry about, right, is out west. Because you want the bye. You want to make sure you get the bye and you get home field. That's going to be key. So you want to finish with the second best record behind Milwaukee. Right now, Phil's 74-53, Dodgers 72-55, Padres 71-56. So it's going to be a race between the Phillies and then the Dodgers and Padres. So you just got to beat those teams out. That's going to be it. Because if you get the second bye, you're good. You don't want to have to play early. And then the other thing is you want as many home games as possible. Everybody knows it, right? Like, we want to be in October and the Durantula's coming out to close it. Like, if it's a game 1 like it was last year against the Mets, and instead of Wheeler going 8, you got Sanchez going 8 in game 1, well, that Durantula's not blowing that save. You're not losing that game. Durantula comes in, and the light shows on, and it's the spider, and here he comes, throwing 1,000 miles an hour. That's what you want. Now, one thing that happened yesterday that perplexed me, and I'm not sure. I like it. I think I don't. I disagree with it, but I respect it. So Alvarado comes in, gets a rousing standing ovation. And I'm going, wow, why? Now look at that. Listen to that crowd. Standing O for Alvarado, who cost you his playoffs much of the season, put the bullpen in shambles for a period because of testing positive for the PED, whatever you want to call it, right? So he comes out to that ovation. Now, if this was Philadelphia 1999, he gets eviscerated, booed until he get booed across the country. But yesterday he comes out after the suspension for his first game back, and it's a rousing ovation. Now, part of me kind of, I respect it. Like, I love these people that they're so into it, but it's almost like they wanted to do the opposite. Like a show of that we're just behind the team and we're behind everything and we love everything. And part of me loves it, but, always keeping it real, part of he doesn't deserve it. Like Alvarado doesn't deserve that ovation. He bleeped up. Like, he let his teammates down. Now, it turned out to be a blessing because you got the tarantula. But I found it completely fascinating that they gave him a rousing standing O. A man who was there, my man VG, were you cheering?
I was indifferent. I was observing. And I'm in 111. It's down the first base side. There was one guy alone standing, booing the whole time, consistently, aggressively booing, but everyone else was just cheering. And yeah, I was shocked by it. I didn't know what to expect. My tendency was to boo him, but here's a couple, because I had put something out on Twitter, and here's some response. Art Vandelay, I'm a big fan of Art Vandelay. Does booing help him help the team now? I'd rather pump him up and hope he helps us put the Mets away. If we're going to overreact in one direction or another, in this case, we chose a more productive direction to go.
It's a good answer by Art Vandelay.
Yeah, someone is like, I think it was more of a thank the Lord we don't have to watch Romano pitch anymore. I think there's mixed feelings.
Yes, I agree. See, here's the thing. An ovation or a boo in Philadelphia is complex.
Yeah.
There's many factors that go in. There are layers to it.
Yeah.
So, positivity.
Yes. Just
right?
More productive.
Being productive.
Yeah.
No Romano.
Help boost them up to get rid of the Mets.
Right.
Yeah. I mean.
What else? Anybody else say?
They were
thanking him for Duran.
Yeah.
Because of what he did, we got Duran.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean,
Andrew.
Peeling Onions in the chat believes that he believes Ruiz are pretty popular in the Philly area, low key. So maybe people support his decision.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know anyone who's on the Ruiz personally, but maybe in his
Is this
circle,
a juicing city?
Maybe in his circle, there's a popularity of it.
There's all kinds of PEDs.
This is true.
I go for a weekly shot every week.
Oh, I take my maca.
You need your testosterone.
Yeah.
Part of it.
Yeah.
I kind of like the productivity. Like, what are you going to do? What's done's done. You boo them. I don't know, at least be productive and maybe it helps catapult this team when we need something.
I love the answers. I love what Art Vandelay said. I love what the other guy said about, part of it's no Romano. Like, I don't even see him. So there are layers to the thing. Ultimately, I am fascinated. It's funny you said that you were indifferent, that you were really more observant, because that's how I would be. I'm more of I love to watch.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a writer and a reporter, and that's how I got into this world, right? Because I love to watch and see what human behavior, and this behavior I'm fascinated by the fans, because it's unlike anything else in baseball. What happens at Citizens Bank Park is completely unique. It's so different than anywhere else. I talked to Alex Rodriguez about it. I talked to not Frank Thomas, Bob Poppy about it. Like those Fox guys, I'm so fascinated by it. Like when it started a few years back, and they had the Astros run, and the song and everything else, and people singing and dancing on my own, and the whole thing was going on, and that ballpark was just alive and wild, and that's a phenomenon that baseball, you never saw in baseball. Like you got loud, or you crowds, Yankee Stadium and Dodger Stadium, whatever. You never saw it like that, like how we do it. And I absolutely love it. So I kind of like, even though I don't think he deserves it.
Right.
I like the response because it's passion. Ultimately, what we are about is passion. We love.
We do. They've turned it into a football environment down there. It feels like a football game. Like it's an afternoon game. 38,000, not a solid. The weather wasn't great, but yeah, I don't know. He tortured this team. I mean, for 4 months, the bullpen was a major issue, all because of him for the most part. But I don't know. Maybe we're just softening up.
Well, I don't know if it's
UK Sixers says we didn't boo Lane. To be fair, I mean,
well, Lane is the best tackle in football, right? And Lane, it was always the guy he's there. Like, to me, football players, especially a guy like Lane Johnson, and you're playing tackle, a thankless position, vital but thankless. Dude, I don't care what you do, all right? You got my respect.
Except for Ron Salt.
Well, he stunk. You got to be good.
He was good before he got here. Then he just fell off the cliff.
Yeah, because he shrunk like a raisin.
Yeah.
He was like, all of a sudden, like, the guy was like 310, and then he's playing at 235.
Yeah. UK Sixers is Sammy, by the way, from England.
Cool. Dude, brooms. People outside the building, like people directing traffic, had brooms out when we were leaving the game. Like, people are
like they're into it. Like,
yes.
That's what I love. That's what we are about in Philadelphia. We are about passion and it's why I love it, because I love when people are into it. Nothing worse than apathy or whatever. But the fact that it's August, not even September yet.
Yeah.
It's August, and it's a series against an American League team like the Mariners, and they're that into it. That's awesome. Let's get to the game, all right? Because you were there. The Lizard. I'm a Luzardo fan. I root for Luzardo. I love his stuff. I love pitching, and I love his stuff. Like, he's got great stuff. Like, Sanchez has the best stuff, right? Like, put Wheeler aside. Sanchez is the best stuff. I think Luzardo's got incredible stuff. Rangers more.
Guile.
Who said it? Who brought up Tom Glavine? I guess.
Yeah.
Who brought that up?
Sealski?
Stakes? Oh, no, Sealski. And he brought up Tom Glavine, which I thought was an interesting kind of, comp. Because Glavine probably had a little bit more to his fastball. I covered Tom Glavine. I those teams, those Braves starters were ridiculous. But that's who kind of Ranger is. Glavine light, lefty, some guile there. But Luzardo's got wicked stuff. Struck out 12 yesterday.
Well, I've been sitting next to Joyce for, I guess, 15 years at the ballpark. She keeps score. And at one point, she's like, look at the top four. Arozareno struck out twice. Big Dumper struck him out 3 times. Suarez struck him out 3 times. I mean, this is a big win, a big series. Like,
big series. You lose your ace. You're one guy. There's 2 guys that you can't lose: Schwarber and Wheeler. I would put Wheeler over Harper.
I would agree.
All right, and I love Bryce, but Wheeler, for what he does, being your number one, he's crucial. And they lost him, and they responded like this.
Right? They could have just moped, and they're like galvanized by it. You can see it. They are
galvanized is the right word.
The whole season, like, it felt like they weren't. The offense was like, there, but now.
No, you got good at bats.
Their juice back.
Stott gave you good at bats, right? Like,
Stott's batting .333 over his last 25 games. If that turns a corner.
So here's the one thing that that people got to give credit to Topper.
Yes.
Look at Kepler.
The platoon is working.
All right?
Kepler, wild.
Platoon is working.
Kepler has had an incredible period. Like,
yes.
Like, he got out of, and that was Rob Thompson.
People crushing him for playing Kepler.
Crushed him. They crushed him on Stott, everybody. Platoon. Oh, what he's doing. He buried Romano. Like,
Yes.
he knew it. Like, he didn't trade for the guy, right? He handled this thing. That's why you got to be even keel, and that's why you got to believe in your players.
I mean,
right? Like, you got to believe any manager. Well, he's a manager, right? You could manage any business in the world. You don't manage with fire and brimstone. You don't do it in 2025. You got to manage with EQ, right? And belief in your people. That's how you get the most out of your people. Not by coming in and being an a-hole and threatening people. That doesn't work. It's and by the way, it's dumb managing skills. So in today's day, you don't do that. That's not good managerial skills. Rob Thompson has showed you that what you do with people and how you can get the most out of them. You got to put them in a spot, right? And all of a sudden, there's a spark that ignites.
Build them up. Yes. Just show some confidence in them. Let them go. I mean, everyone's exit velo and velo. I'm not saying he's going to be a slugger, but I saw this yesterday. Since the start of August, Kepler's exit velo, only Schwarber's harder on the Phillies.
Oh, he's hitting ropes.
I mean,
yeah, like
we're 21 days into the month.
I don't even need to see the exit velo.
Yeah.
I can see with my eyes that he's on top of the ball.
Yeah. And the platoon, I mean, Nick's not. You had to find a way to get Nick some days off because he's been so bad. And the platoon's
working. And, you know, I'll give Dombrowski because we did like Bader.
Yeah.
And Bader's a ball player, right? Like, you get Bader in here, he's a ball player, and he's shown you that.
Yeah, and I guess Topper, they asked Nick about sitting, and he's like, "Hey, Topper came to me, said we want to manage it. I guess he's having a knee issue. Manage your knee, and also, you know, Bader's got to play a little bit. These guys got to get some bats." And to Casty's credit, because everyone's afraid of upsetting him, you know, he's like, "Whatever you need, coach," or Skip, or whatever he said the quote was. So I don't know. They're firing all cylinders right now. I mean, 48 hits in 3 games, dude. And the strikeouts are pretty low.
Well, and you know, the at-bats are good at-bats.
They were.
You're putting
everyone's
play.
crushing the ball yesterday.
Well, and here's the thing. I'm like, even in the innings where they busted it open, the seventh inning, they kind of busted it. It was 3-2, 4-3, right? And you had runners on first and third, and you're putting the ball in play. Like, that is a big deal.
Yes.
Like, there's nothing worse that you got runners on first and third and 1 out, and you strike out, and now you got to get a 2-out hit to score the run.
And also in that 7th, I want to give Topper credit too, because he just played the hot hand. The matchups dictated, you know, maybe you pull Marsh and put Casty in front of bat. Left Marsh in, Marsh walked. He left Stott in the face of left-hander. Stott with a single, RBI ends up scoring. Like, I don't know. If you're complaining about Topper at this point.
No, my whole thing is you got to give Topper some praise.
Yeah.
Give him some love, man.
Yeah. And also,
I mean, you know, listen, I don't know why I guess it's just Philadelphia, but we're just polarized. Every manager and coach is going to be polarizing. When you care and love a team the way we do here, the coach is always going to be polarizing until he wins and he becomes Charlie Manuel and it's nothing but adoration.
Totally.
You know, I'd love to see Topper win because he deserves. This guy's been in the game, for a million years, right? Like, he's spent his whole life in the game. I like to see it.
I agree. And I think this is good too. Like, you know what they're capable of, bats and pitching. So, I mean, if they go through a stretch where they lose some games, but at least without Wheeler, you know what they're capable against versus a really good team. No matter who they play, they have this capability. If we could get one good game out of Nola in the next couple starts, we'll feel really good.
Yeah,
Check this out. I don't think first place is out of reach yet. So since the All-Star break, the Brewers are 23-8. Phillies are 19-12. They're the second best record since the All-Star break. They're right behind them. Brewers have just lost 3 straight. Brewers have got the Giants, Arizona, and Toronto, and Philly coming up. So they got 4 legit teams. Standing-wise, the Phillies have a bunch of bums. They got the Nats, the Mets.
Yeah, I got it in front of me.
Braves.
You're right. Home Nats, at Mets, home Braves for 4.
Yeah.
Right? Then you go home Tigers, home Orioles.
Don't they got the Brewers there too?
No. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the other. Yeah. Hold on. September. At Milwaukee. Now, you got 3 at Milwaukee, September 1, 3, 4. Is that a 4-game series? Are they off on Tuesday? That's weird. Then you're at Miami, home Mets 4, home Royals 3, at the Dodgers, at Arizona, home Marlins, home Twins. I mean, you got a pretty favorable schedule.
So over the next 2 weeks, they can pick up a couple games before they face the Brewers.
Braves are a shell of themselves,
right?
You know, I mean, I know you're looking at the Brewers. I don't even care about that. I just want one of the top 2 seeds.
And the Dodgers are not playing. They're playing 14-16 in their last 30.
Well,
They're
Colorado
not playing
beat
good
them
ball
last night.
Yeah.
You know? So I just want to beat the Dodgers.
No, I feel you.
You know,
I mean,
that's, I'm not going to get greedy.
Yeah, and don't have the Padres get hot.
You know,
we got to have.
Yeah, well,
we gotta have one of the
San Diego
top
scares me. You got one eye on them because they're weird. They got a great lineup, but they don't hit regularly.
Mm-mm.
And I love their lineup. I mean, they go from 1 to basically
No, they're
8.
inconsistent, but they're on a streak right now. I think they're 19 out of their last 30.
Yeah. You know what's nuts is that Pivetta is pitching well.
I know.
It's
I know, and he's on a really cheap deal this year. They pay him a lot. I found MLB did a thing. They asked who could make a deeper postseason run, the Phillies or the Brewers, and I kind of like who would you say?
Deeper
Who's more capable of a deeper postseason?
The Phillies have already shown you,
right?
I mean, the Phillies have done it. This Brewers team, they haven't done it. I mean, their lineup they've had a special year, but there's of Milwaukee's lineup, you got Contreras, you got Yelich, you got. I mean, I can't even count Vaughn. I mean, he's been around for a minute, but
they're gonna get Reese back.
Really, those 2 guys. I like the second baseman Terang a little bit, but I mean, honestly, I think it's not even close.
All right. Well, here's some reasoning on Major League Baseball Network.
All right.
Brewers will make a deeper postseason run than the Philadelphia Phillies. What? They've won 30 of their last 37 games on an epic stretch. We know this. But the Phils have won 20 of 34 playoff games since the start of 2022. They've been there. They've done that, Robert.
I picked the Phillies to win the World Series before the season, so I'm going to say ball. But look, I've stopped counting out the Milwaukee Brewers. I didn't even pick them to make the postseason this year, and they've certainly proven me wrong.
Which team's better equipped?
I think the Phillies are better equipped to make a deep run. I think they've made monster strides in their bullpen.
Yeah.
I just don't think the Brewers brand of baseball you can expose like you do other teams over 162 because you're playing the better teams in the postseason. I don't think you get the extra bases, and I don't think you take advantage of poor defense in the postseason just because it's a small sample size.
All right.
Yeah, I like it. Good reason.
Yeah, listen, I think it's, it's going to come down to is who's pitching, right? Who's pitching well? Like Woodruff struggled the other day. He only went 4 2/3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, Sanchez is an ace. You got to have Luzardo, Ranger, cooking.
Yeah.
Like those are, at this point, whatever you get from Nola is a bonus if you get anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I want Painter to be, I need Painter. I want to take a look at him.
Yeah.
If I can get magic with Painter, I've seen guys, you get, there's such a thing where you come back from Tommy John, you make it all the way back. Everybody's telling you you're going to be up in the bigs in July. I mean, Jimmy Salisbury brought this up the other day. I thought he was right on. Guys get bored in AAA. You get bored. Like, I want to be up competing. All right. And the kid, he also pitched against the same team. The second time he got rocked, it was a back-to-back start against the same team. And again, that also will contribute to this. Let's see the kid. I don't know.
You lean the kid over Cabrera, even if Cabrera's pitching a little better right now?
Yeah, Painter is. Yeah. I know everybody is looking at Cabrera now. Painter he still throws hard. He's a guy I'm going to look at.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to see it. All right, we got lots to get to, man. Lots and lots of good stuff. From the editor's desk is coming up next with our man Pat McClune on the Xfinity guest line. Looking forward to talking to Pat. We'll do our Eagles update one more day, man. tomorrow night, last preseason game. Rosters on Tuesday. The final roster comes out on Tuesday. Looking forward to that. And then it's on, baby. Schottenheimer said yesterday that he expects Micah Parsons to play. I think my man is whistling through the graveyard because I hear from others close to the situation that he will not be ready to play. So we'll see. Can't wait for that. And then it's a World Cup Thursday. We'll visit with our World Cup people. Lots to get to here on the Anthony Gargano Show. VG, what do you got for us?
Let's talk some sunglasses. Sunglasses. I don't leave the house without them these days, and that's because I found Shady Rays. Because, there's that time when you realize you left your favorite sunglasses at the beach, roof of your car, at a gas station, a few states away on a long road trip, or just in a hotel like I did. One time I visited in Toronto, left them under the bed, I think. I have no idea. They disappeared. So, a little gun shy about bringing them out on the road with me, taking them certain places in case I lose them or break them. But then I found Shady Rays, and it totally changed my game and my life. These sunglasses, they're made for real life. They're seriously good looking. They're polarized, durable, and they're not stupidly expensive. And here's the totally wild part. If you lose them or break them, day one, just buy them. Later that day, lost, broken, they'll send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just a replacement pair. So now you can be like me. Wear your sunglasses without fear. Take them on vacation. Take them to concerts, mosh pits, ball games, wherever you go. Because Shady Rays, they're the eyewear that has your back. So we've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head over to shadyrays.com. Use the code PHLY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. And try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 satisfied people. shadyrays.com. And once you protect your eyes, let's get that smile looking good because your smile says a lot about you. So let's introduce you to the team that helps you say exactly what you want to say with your smile. Meet the Do That Dental Group. This is the team trusted to care for one of our city's greatest assets, our own Philadelphia Eagles, world champion, Super Bowl champion Eagles. Now entering their 5th season as the official dentist of the Philadelphia Eagles, Dr. D and his team, they've proudly served Philadelphia and its fans for over 20 years. They do it all. They do implants, veneers, Invisalign, emergencies, fillings, cleanings, whatever you need done, they do it. They're locally owned. They're operated by Dr. D, who's a proud graduate of North Penn High School and the great Temple University School of Dentistry. His commitment to the health and confidence of our community runs deep. And whether you're an MVP, a lifelong fan, this is the team you want caring for your smile. So check them out. PhiladelphiaEaglesDentist.com and discover how you can smile like a bird. Smile like an eagle. Do That Dental.
Smile like an eagle. I love it. All right, time now to go to the editor's desk with our man, former editor of the Inquirer and Daily News, the legend in Philly, Pat McClune.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
This just in, ladies and gentlemen, and all the ships at sea. It's time for headlines from the editor's desk with Pat McClune.
What do you say there, editor?
How are you, boys? 2 weeks and counting. 2 weeks and counting.
2 weeks and counting. The editor on the I love it. The Comcast mobile, the Xfinity mobile hotline.
Yeah.
I love it. I can't wait. I mean, we're going to talk about cuts and what the final roster's looking like. And then it's on, baby. Eagles, Cowboys.
Absolutely. Hey, to start off, I wanted to real quick revisit something we talked about last week. We talked about how hard it was to get out of the lot these days at the Phillies games and stuff like that and the issue. And we had talked about the military and different things or whatever. And I just, for laughs, wanted to laud my son, Brendan, who listened to the segment and said, they need the people at Chick-fil-A to come in there and take this.
Oh, man. That is the most efficient place.
Oh, that's genius.
Yes.
Brendan's a genius.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. First of all, we got the Chick-fil-A phenomenon.
Dude.
All right? It's crazy. Every freaking kid. I have to go there 3 times a week. And it's unbelievable. It's packed. Like the cars are everywhere. But man, they have you in and out. There's kids with iPads and What are you doing? A number 2? You want a sauce?
Yep.
My pleasure.
And they're great kids, yeah.
Yeah, if you brought somebody in there from a different town and you went there, they said, "Oh, well, that's too crowded here." You said, "Take it easy, take it easy. We'll be out in 3 minutes," and there you go. And I know, Anthony, that I'm glad that you've done good things and got well-deserved compensation over the years, because you need a certain segment of that compensation just to feed Anthony and Moss from Chick-fil-A.
So you know what Anthony's order is? 2 number 1s, the chicken sandwiches. All right. Milkshake. He gets and a 12 count nugget. I guess the 12 count nugget.
Yeah.
So
is that like $35?
Oh yeah. It's unbelievable. Like it cost me. I need a part-time job. It cost me to feed them, and I don't eat it. Right? He gets 2 number 1s. I take his lemonade. I like their lemonade. I take his lemonade because he'll get a milkshake. He'll eat 2 fries, 2 sandwiches, and 12 nuggets, and a milkshake.
Oh man.
Yeah, like at the casinos.
That's like 3 times a week.
The casinos, they got a line of credit office in the back. You got to go in there first.
He used to do
your
the
contribution
1 sandwich and 30 nuggets.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's your contribution to the lines of St. Augustine Prep.
Yes.
They owe you for that.
You go right across the street, Columbus Boulevard, Delaware Avenue, right across the street. There's a McDonald's. There's like 4 people in line. Takes forever. I don't understand how the Chick-fil-A have mastered this.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, I live in Havertown. Havertown couldn't handle a Chick-fil-A. Everybody's mind would explode. We got to go all the way to Springfield or up to like Plymouth Meeting.
Now, I just went to a 3-year-old's birthday party, and I was a half hour late. Started at noon. I got there 12:30. They had one of those giant trays of mounds of nuggets.
Oh, I love
almost gone. Half hour into the party, almost gone.
I read a story about the Chick-fil-A nugget.
Yeah.
That there's some sort of addictive spice or something.
I believe it.
It's peanut oil.
I don't doubt that. I thought for years that Panera put something in their food that appealed specifically to women.
Yes,
because they love their Panera.
Yeah,
but I think the same thing. Chick-fil-A's got a little something in there.
Oh, you know what it is? I'm looking it up. It's MSG. It's the monosodium glutamate. It's a flavor enhancer that stimulates taste receptors, making food more appealing and increasing the desire to eat more.
Oh my God, all things a fraud.
Oh, man.
See, tell Brad that he's a genius, that kid of yours.
There you go. Yep, your biggest fan of my 4. Hey, so here's what we got, guys. Our 5-pack here has Eagles, NFL, college football, Phillies, and a separate category for that Kyle Schwarber.
Ooh, I love that. All right, let's go Phillies.
Okay. And the headline on that is coming right off of what you guys talked today and what's in the here and now. The headline on that is a team going Batty. And
great.
Perfect.
God, has it been, boy, was that fun. And let me tell you, I wouldn't count out those Seattle Mariners if they get any pitching. I love that lineup.
Dude,
I really love the lineup, and the Phillies just killed them. So
killed them.
Yeah.
And that lineup is ridiculous. It's like 1 through 9. Crawford is their 9-hole hitter.
Yeah. You keep thinking you get through, Rodriguez and Suarez, and you get a breather, and then another guy comes, and they're doing all right out there.
Yeah.
But anyway, the numbers speak to themselves. The most hits in a 3-game series since 1999.
Wow.
Most since 1999. And I kind of tried to trot 3 people up side by side to see where the numbers would take me. And that was Turner, Stott, and JT. And Turner's out of control. I mean, in the series, he was against the Mariners. He was 10 for 16. That's 625. a homer, and 7 RBIs.
Wow.
In his last 6, 18 for 30, he's hitting 600. And I'll tell you what, nothing's been more heartening to me since we last talked than Stott himself.
Yeah.
Stott's starting to hit the ball hard. And Stott in this series was 6 for 11 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And then we were all ready to kind of throw up our hands on JT at the end of May. But, he's been something. He hit 500 in the series, 6 for 12, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. And in the last 5, he's batting 500, 9 for 18.
Damn.
He looks great right now. I mean, he's on.
Well, you mentioned Turner,
he really
though.
does.
Turner,
And,
we said that the key to this whole season would be Turner. Like having Turner at the top, being able to move Schwarber down to drive in all those runs. Like that's why in our mind's eye, this was the lineup because Schwarber leading off. I know he loved it and all. You wasted all those bombs.
Right, exactly. And even at least one of the outs Turner made yesterday was a screaming line drive that somebody caught at their shoot top. So that's unbelievable. And you talked about the Mariners, Anthony, as it relates to 1 through 9. How about these numbers? 7 through 9 for the Phillies yesterday. 7 through 9, 8 for 14.
Damn.
That's 571 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And 1, 2, 3 didn't let you
Max.
down. 1, 2, 3, 9 for 14 with a homer and 8 RBIs.
Oh, my.
So,
oh, my.
And what a time to do it. As you started the week rightly dissecting every little possible thing about Wheeler. And that's a shame. And let's just hope for the best for him, his health, and that his long-term viability, whatever. That's you can't shake a tough blow, but then you got the pitching end of it. You get the 3 lefties and all 3 of them dealing up double-figure strikes. It won't get any better than this 3-game series, but boy, it was extremely, extremely heartening to see.
Very encouraging.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, all the strikeouts were incredible. I mean, we know Sanchez is an ace. It's those other 2 are going to have to pitch like they just pitched. I mean, I love Lizardo's stuff. I've been saying it. We've been talking about the Lizard for all summer. So as long as that's why he has to start and not come out of the pen, because he can give you an effort like that.
Yeah. For the life of me, I don't get the reluctance on bringing Painter up. I just don't get it. I mean,
yes.
Give them the 6-person rotation. Look, they brought up Mick Abel, and Mick Abel threw a couple of great games for them. What's to say that the change of scenery? It's not like Painter's throwing 93 down there. I think he's not quite at the velo that they want, but I mean,
he's just under 100.
Well, could it be this though, guys? Could it be that you want to call him up right before the cutoff so he's eligible for the playoffs, so there's no book on him?
It could be.
Yeah.
Like
you
want
want Marty Bystrom thinking.
Well, you want to shelter him as long as possible, because if there's no book in the majors, right? Like I know they all have minors tape, but it's different. So when you're up, you want to make sure, because when guys haven't seen you, and he does have good stuff, man. When guys haven't seen you, you really need to see a guy, man. You're at a distinct disadvantage as a hitter.
Maybe they will, Anthony. I think that's smart thinking on your point. Maybe they're feeling that same way. But even with that, that's got to happen, next week then?
Yeah.
Maybe we're looking forward to it happening next week.
Yep. All right, let's go Birds, Eagles.
Okay, go Birds. And the headline on that is, I would bet you're feeling the same way. My headline is the longest 2 weeks.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
I really like training camp or whatever, but I'm done. I'm done. Let's call it. Let's blow the whistle and play, man. This
you're
is going to be
so
a
right.
long 2 weeks.
Oh my God. You're so right. Oh, Pat, I was thinking about it this morning. I'm like, yeah, we got a game Friday night. It's like, all right, tomorrow night, like, just get it over with.
Yes.
I'm not interested in the third preseason. I was into the first 2 preseason weeks. Now I'm like, forget about it. Like, let's go. Let's get to the game.
Right. And you were on with Bo, I think, and it was very good stuff. And you were talking a little bit. He was talking a little bit about who might play or whatever. And he brought up Campbell, and I saw you. I don't want anybody that's going to be significant playing on Friday. Can't take a late injury in an insignificant game.
No.
I go back a ways that I remember the game that they play nobody years ago. The Eagles lost their starting center. For some reason, they started a guy named Bubba Miller, who was their center at the time.
Yeah.
Boom. He was done for the season. And he was only going to play 1 series or 2. And, you just can't risk it. You can't risk it.
No. And a guy like, I can't wait for Campbell. Campbell has me just fired up. Like,
yeah.
Jihad.
He didn't exactly nail the guy or wrap him up, but I was blown away with how fast he got into the backfield on that sack in the one thing. He blew right in there. And him and Bourne, I hope people are willing to take the growing pains a little bit with the defense and different people. But I think on the back end of this, boy, that was an unbelievable defense last year. I think on the back end of this, it's going to be really something special. It's going to be even better than next year, but it's going to take some time to develop early in the season.
Yeah. Do you think they need another edge guy?
That was my next bulleted item for you, Anthony. What do you think Howie might do? Do I think they need an extra edge guy?
Yes.
I'd feel a lot better if they had it.
Yeah.
Feel a lot better if they had it.
Yeah, I think they need one. I think Howie gets one. I think it's not going to be a big name guy because you can't be Hendrickson because you just can't afford him. But I think they need another edge guy. I think you have to get. I think you're too thin there. And I think you need another rotational end.
I also think with the question of CB2, you need as much pressure on the quarterback as you can get. You can't have guys sitting back there looking at the secondary. So
the
more pressure you get on the quarterback, the more Band-Aid on CB2.
Yeah, Rich Hoffman mentioned in the newsletter today that, Howie's made 2 deals and he really hasn't given up anything. And he really has all those draft picks to play with. So
you got a war chest.
Maybe there's somebody to get. Maybe there's somebody to get there.
Now the other thing you have to look at is safety, and the Makuba hamstring scares me because that safety spot. Like, I don't want to have to play Cooper at safety the whole season.
No. I mean, and Makuba needs the reps, and it might be hard to stick him in there after being hurt or whatever. But I'm okay with Brown for a few weeks. I'm okay there. Yeah, I'm okay there. It's funny. The stuff that will drive us crazy about Brown is the stuff that you and I grew up liking so much. Brown's got too much Wes Hopkins in him. I mean, Brown's gonna headhunt. Brown's gonna go after people. He's gonna be like a missile. But I'm not sure that's what Vic wanted. That's not what Vic wants.
That's not his defense.
No, he wants the other 9 guys to be missiles. He wants the 2 guys back there to be able to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, wow. You just, 48. I love number 48. I was a huge between 48 and 20. Wow.
Yep. And just to think the Eagles in the second round got both Wes Hopkins and Brian Dawkins.
Oh, my God.
And frankly, our recent Hall of Famer, Eric Allen. So that was a lot of fun around draft time when we were trotting out that second round.
Oh, that was awesome.
I'm not sure the second round team doesn't walk away with that one.
You know what we got to do? We got to do an Eagles maybe that Wednesday, Tuesday of opening week, maybe we go do a yards day.
Oh, yeah.
And have an Eagles round table.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Please.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Get me a spot at that table.
Yeah.
Get me a spot at that table.
I'm
Don't be
saying
teasing
you're
me with
included
this.
there, buddy.
Don't be teasing me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta do that.
Yeah, but I'm ready. When we get into the NFC, you'll know how ready I am because it's really a matter of who's going to play the Eagles in this championship game.
All right. I like it. Let's go Schwarber.
Okay. And the headline with Schwarber is, with Philly comes power. And
I like that.
I went down and looked at this, and I was just doing it out of interest, but it really blew me away. What a acquisition Schwarber's been. This is his 4th season. Schwarber was in the league 9 years, guys. 9 years. And in those 9 years, he averaged 20.6 homers and 46.8 RBIs. And this guy is this guy is like a power lock. This is his, I think he had 38 to 1 year. He went from 20.6 up to averaging 44 homers a year in the last 4. And he went from 46.8 up to 103 in RBIs. And it's just incredible. That a guy 9 years in could get that much better.
It's trending upwards.
Better this year.
He's almost like a left-handed judge. Like you almost feel like he's going to go yard at every at bat.
Yes. Yeah, I ran into one the other night where I was driving back from somewhere, and I was a little later than I wanted, and Turner struck out, and I ran in, turned the key, had to turn on the TV, and I see them congratulating Schwarber in the dugout,
Wow,
you hate to miss it. I should have stayed in the car. Should have stayed in the car and at least listened to Fransky. You're happy, but you're bummed out that you missed it live,
I bet live bet home runs at the game last night. The only reason I didn't bet the second one was like I was late on the draw, but every time he's up, I'm betting $5 he's gonna hit a home run. And he hit one in the 8th last night for me. It's wild.
I love the whole thing about him. He kind of sits back there, so relaxed, and he's just, he's not like clenched and poised to jack one. He's just relaxed and I don't care if the guy throws 103, he'll still get around on it.
Well, that's the thing about his swing. It's gotten shorter. It's gotten more succinct. It's amazing the power that he generates and how, short his swing is. Like, it's
absolutely.
Boom,
Well, you're saying he gets around the 103. It's almost like these athletes say the game slows down. It's like the ball is slowing down for him. He's taking great pitches. Like he's so locked in right now.
He's also learned how to hit lefties. Like he's
deeply
dangerous against lefties.
Yeah. And he's faster this year. His average just creeped over 250, 253. Hey, listen, we were happy with the guy when he hit 197. I mean, there was, left a lot to be desired as a leadoff and stuff, but it's just amazing how he's developed. And again, it goes back to a point that we bring up time and time again, is that I don't know that people fully appreciate what Ryan Howard was in this town.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great point.
4-year stretch. Okay. So now we're marveling at Schwarber averaging 44 and 103. Now that's going to go up because he's got a little season left. But in that 4-game stretch from 06 to 09, Howard averaged 49 and a half homers and 143 RBIs.
I mean, think about that.
Ruthian. That's Ruthian.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
Ruth,
he was
yeah.
right up there with Ruth and
Yeah.
Garrick, all those guys. But I also feel like there was a movement or a trend at that point to like discredit RBIs as not really a real stat or something at that time.
Stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like they were like belittling what his
Yeah.
achievements were.
Hey, I here's the question I have for you guys. He's had this historic season. So are you resigning him at no matter what it costs? Like if you go, I want 200, are you resigning him for 200 million?
For how many years?
4.
50 mil?
That's heavy, man.
I'll do
I
5
guess-
years.
I don't
I'll
know,
do 5
maybe-
200. Yeah.
Because it's already out. It's already coming out. I saw that number being thrown out.
50 mil. Well, I guess you get it off the books 1 year
That's
less.
a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. I wasn't
DH?
anticipating that.
What's your threshold?
Well, my threshold is I got to sign the guy, But I thought, if you asked me off the top of my head, what are you looking at? I would have thought like 4,150. But
Oh
No.
because that was
you're
already
looking at other guys, and you've got, I'm not researching this. I'm thinking like seat of my pants. That sounds like a NBA silliness almost. But I guess
I
that's
think
what it's.
I think 40 mil is the minimum you're going to get them per year. That's what it feels like.
and I heard you're not. Like they wanted the 4 years for 160, right? Then I heard that he's going to ask for 4 at 200, and then do you go 5 at the 200?
5 at 200, I guess. Let me ask you this, Pat, and you. For 40 mil a year, would you rather have Kyle Tucker, who is struggling now and he's been benched for 3 games, but if you had to choose between the two, you go Schwarber over Tucker?
I would, but then the other thing you got to ask yourself is, does that dollar amount go to a guy who's a DH?
Right.
I mean, Tucker's going to play right field for you.
I
don't know.
The other real issue is, and we don't want to talk about it, but can he top this year?
Right.
Like, is he going to, like, is this it? Like,
how many times have we seen the contract year?
I mean, this is probably it. Now, how much do his numbers go down?
Right.
Right? Like, that's the question.
10% I can live with. More than that.
Other than the numbers going down, the way I thought you were going to go with that, Anthony, because we often have a mind meld is, let's say he gets 4 years near 200. Then all of a sudden, the first baseman starts knocking on the door.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, and he'll knock on the door. And here's the thing. You got an old team. So that money, all of a sudden you look at that money and you got a lot of money on the books for a team that's pretty old.
Yep. It would really help if Castellanos came off the books this year, that they didn't have one more.
Yeah, I think they trade him. I think he's out after this year.
Oh, I think they tried wildly at the deadline to move him.
Yes, without a doubt. All right, sit tight, and then we'll get to the two last categories, college football and the NFL. I cannot wait. Week 0 from Dublin. All right, it's coming up.
Week 0.
That's got to be part of what the editor's thinking. But let's go. We got a lot of fun stuff going on, like the Bet Parks Sportsbook online casino app. Let's talk about the Bet Parks app. So it hit yesterday.
We hit 2 days in a row now.
We had what? We had strikeouts, over Phillies run, right?
We had Phillies money line, over 4.5 runs, and Sanchez strikeouts, and it paid $750.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good day.
That's pretty good, man. Yeah. It's really good. We're talking football, right? Here's the futures. The futures are out on the Bet Parks app. Here you go. $25 on the Birds. You get paid $162.50 for every 25.
Nice.
For every 25 on Baltimore, $175. Buffalo pays $175. Kansas City pays $200. Did you see the story about Andy Reid and the bullet?
Yes, that is an uglater. What the heck's going on?
25 on the Lions, pays 275. There's games beginning on Saturday, and then all next week is college football. Texas, Ohio State.
Oh, dude, I got a parlay for tonight, man. I'm doing Steelers money line and over 35.5 points tonight. Pays 143.
Who are they playing?
Panthers.
Oh, yeah, all right. Why Steelers in the third preseason game is impossible to handicap.
Here's why I'm going line movements. Big line movement switch in the Steelers.
You're following the brain?
And I'm also line movements. Orioles tonight against the Stros. A lot of money on the Stros and Orioles. The line went the wrong way. So I'm going Orioles minus 118 tonight as well.
All right. There you go. Hey, new customers get up to $1,000 casino bonus back. If you're not a winner in your first 24 hours, they have all the fun stuff. You got to check it out. You got to be 21. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, or Maryland. BetParks.com has all your details. Please call 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a gambling problem. All right. Now let's talk about our friends at Rothman Orthopedics. Rothman, keeping the Delaware Valley in motion. That's what Rothman does. They do it with amazing care, all right? What they have is so incredible. They have a team for each body part right here in our own backyard. So you're dealing with foot, right, ankle, or a knee, or an elbow, or a shoulder, or a neck, or a back, or a hand, whatever it is, wrist. I mean, you name it. There's a team for every body part. Like even in our studio, we got a neck with VG. He went to Rothman.
Yes.
We got a neck with Andrew. He went to Rothman. I'm an Achilles tendon. I have a nice cadaver Achilles in my leg, thanks to Rothman.
The Pegan's got collarbone plates from the Rothman.
Rothman. I mean, that's what they do. They're amazing. Their team of experts here to help you. Evidence-based care, a commitment to restoring your mobility. They're going to get you back out there stronger than ever. Don't let pain put your summer on pause. Visit RothmanOrtho.com/PHLY to book your appointment today. Get back to doing what you love. Pain-free. Rothman Orthopedics, getting you back to your summer game is their mission. All right, let's get it back to our man, Pat McClune, the editor. And our final two categories, our final two headlines. Let's go college football.
Okay. And college football, the headline is, not everyone can be king. And I am going to
wow, that's a great Longhorn right there.
That's a fabulous Longhorn. Yes. Oh, man. So I'm going to trot out the AP. Just listen to the two of you as I trot out the AP top 9, because I think that any one of the 9 could win it in a given year or could win it this year. And what I'm saying is that I feel like it's almost limited to that. If you can think of another program that you think could steal one in the next couple of years. So the AP top 9 is Penn State, Texas, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, Notre Dame, Oregon, Alabama, and LSU. I think any one of those 9 could win it. I think we've talked a little bit about who we think will win it, but
are you talking about winning it this year?
Yes.
All right. Because you said a couple years, like Michigan's a year away. Michigan's going to be really good.
Right.
But they're a year away.
My next tier would be Michigan, Florida, and Florida State.
Okay.
They're capable over the next couple of years.
Yeah, Michigan will be good. They got a great class. They're going to be good next year. They're going to be really good. Man, I can't wait to watch that Texas-Ohio State game, man. That game's going to be incredible. I had a great interview. We're going to play it coming up probably tomorrow. But do you remember Rajah Bell?
Of course.
So Rajah Bell's son, Dia Bell, he's got 3 boys. His oldest is a quarterback, and he's the quarterback for American Heritage in Florida. American Heritage is playing St. Joe's Prep on ESPN2 tomorrow night. right?
Oh, that's tomorrow night. Okay.
Yeah. So Dia
Yep.
Bell is going to Texas. So
Wow.
he's the number 2 quarterback in the country, and he's committed to Texas. And like we were talking, I was talking to Raja. We had a great talk for like an hour about why he chose Texas and the Mannings and the whole thing. It's a fascinating story. But Sark, I'm curious to see what Texas, how good. I think they're going to be great. We're Penn State people, and I got a lot of. I mean, those backs, they should be able to dominate.
Yeah. It's nuts when you think about it that the last 2 national championship games did not include Alabama or Georgia.
Yes.
So 2 Big Ten champs in a row.
Watch Bama. I think Bama is underrated.
I heard you say that their quarterback's supposed to be really good.
I love that kid. Kid could sling it all over the field. I think Bama's underrated. I think because they lost Saban, they're just kind of out of the run. I think DeBoer is a really good coach, and this quarterback is legit.
And I would say, as we talk, nobody is more pressure than Franklin, but Kellen DeBoer's got a little bit of pressure on him.
Yes.
So we'll see how he does without, anybody that followed Saban would. But and I'm shocked how good Saban is on TV. I think Saban's good on TV.
He's a lad. I love Saban. I'm a big Saban fan.
Yeah.
Maybe those commercials are the best where he's got the Airbnb.
Oh, so good.
And he's like,
Yes.
no fun,
fabulous.
no this. Yeah.
Check-in's 3:00, like it's 2:55.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So good.
He's fantastic at it. What's interesting is Clemson, because everybody loves Clemson. The quarterback club that has been around. So,
yes.
I think that's one of the reasons why, but they love Clemson. I'm still dubious.
Yeah, and Dabo, they fell, they fell from the pedestal over the last few years. Let's see if they're ready to climb back in.
Yeah.
And 2 other things I wanted to mention on college football are, one, and you nailed it, I'm trotting around Limerick and Dublin and Dingle and all a couple of weeks ago, and it crossed my mind, I'm not feeling Kansas State, Iowa State, and Ireland.
Yeah, I hear you. You want Notre Dame. Yeah. You
want Notre Dame, you want BC,
Boston
you
College.
want somebody in the East Coast. And, no disrespect. They're good teams. I'll be rooting for Rocco Beck to be slinging it, but it's just, hey, come on, our people.
Why wouldn't they make Notre Dame be the way the Jags are the team in London? Why wouldn't Notre Dame be the team in Dublin every year?
Right.
You just wonder what they would need to do to make that, it really comes down to making it Notre Dame's worthwhile. And the other thing I wanted to point out, because it speaks to one of the people you really like, McCord, who's now with the Eagles. I think Temple missed on this guy, and I really like Fran Brown at Syracuse.
Oh, yeah.
Really like him.
Yeah.
And guess what he's got this year? He had McCord last year. He went and got Steve Angeli from Notre Dame.
Yes.
Now, for people who don't remember, because you were shocked when I said I was leaning Penn State in that game. Those are my 2 squads. Steve Angeli, in my mind, saved Notre Dame and won that game.
Yes.
Because Penn State was knocking at the door and was ready to deliver the knockout punch. And the quarterback gets hurt, Riley Leonard, and Angeli comes in, and he was great. He was 6 for 7, and he put him on the board right before the half, and I think it stabilized Notre Dame. So I could see him doing McCord-like things at Syracuse this year.
I'm completely with you. What's interesting is that a lot of kids, I'm kind of tied into that world, in that youth football world, though, high school world. And Franny's got a big NIL budget. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, like
okay.
They go out and they go spend.
Yep.
They spend.
And it's next week is the Orange Battle of VG's teams. The VG battle. We got Syracuse, Tennessee next week.
Yeah, who's going to root for?
I got to tell, I can't really tell you till Kevin's here.
But dude, you're a Syracuse man.
Only in basketball.
You've been this way forever.
Only in basketball.
That's a violation, Pat. He's Mr. Syracuse. I love Syracuse. I met the kid in 2000, whatever.
Syracuse hoops.
And it was he's walking around with a Pearl Washington jersey.
Yeah, right. That's right. That's right.
He had the best of jerseys and hats back in the day, too, right?
Yeah, but you got to be uniform. You can't pick and choose your programs. You got to be Syracuse all the way.
And go all in there if you're going to be. Hey, right now
Syracuse doesn't have a football program. I mean, they're building one now.
They're
building one, but
they're going to be good.
Back in the day, I was a Michigan fan. Back in the day,
Michigan.
Greatest touchdown song there is.
Come on.
Dun, 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 dun. It's a great song. How do you not love that song when you hear it?
I do like it, but I'm Pavlov's dog.
You know who you need to be rooting for, BJ? You need to be rooting for who you liked when you were 6 years old.
I mean, that's probably Michigan because they wore
5 years.
Was it the blue and the maize of the Juniata Park Bears when I was a kid? They were the Juniata Park colors and they had a great song. So I love their football team.
You're a Michigan fan then.
Huh?
You're a Michigan fan then.
Not this year. They always have a place in my heart.
You got to be Penn State.
Yeah, and you know what? You can't sit out a few years. You're either in or you're out.
Right.
Yeah. Come on now. That's standard fandom, VG.
Yes.
I expect better from a longtime Philly Juniata man like yourself.
All right, final headline. Oh, the NFL.
Well, the headline there is teams to watch in the NFC. We did the AFC last week. Just let's kick it around real quick. I know you're getting ready to go to Bo. Let's go divisions real quick. Who's going to win each division, Anthony?
I love it. All right. Let's we're not rushing. This is important. It's the NFL. I saved it for last. All right. So let's start. Obviously, in the East, we have the Eagles. If I'm the team that I'm most interested in is the Giants, besides the Eagle, obviously. But I like Dart. I've watched Dart the last 2 games. I like what he does. I mean, he climbs the pocket. You're coming from Lane Kiffin's system. I like Dart a ton. If I were them, I would start him. I would start Dart the entire season and look to kind of finish strong. So that if I'm Dable, I go, look, I ushered this kid through the whole year, and we got a lot of promise in him. Look at the upside. That's what I would do. And I think they could be sneaky. Not that they're going to be good, but they have a really good front. And I think Dart's legit.
But you see them as a team of interest and a team potentially on the rise, but not a 500 or factor team this year.
No, I mean, I think it's Washington. I think Washington comes in second. And then I think I can see a world that the Giants and Cowboys, I could see a world where the Giants are 3 and the Cowboys are 4.
Oh, that's a beautiful world.
Yes.
Can you see the Giants being 2?
No, I still think Washington. McLaurin's there. I think Daniels is the truth. So I think Washington's coming back at 2.
Okay, how about the North?
North is fascinating because couple things. One, so let's take the Lions, lose both coordinators. I still think they're incredible. They lost Frank Ragnow, who's their longtime center.
Yes.
I worry about that. But, I mean, Gibbs is ridiculous. Their defense is healthier. I think they're still the best team in the North. Green Bay is an interesting story because they could be really good. I heard Love was pretty banged up toward the end of the year and into the playoffs. If Love's healthy, he's got a number 1 receiver. The kid from Texas is really good. He hasn't dropped the pass all preseason. I think they could be 2. J.J. McCarthy's a wild card because they got a great receiving core. good defense, but you hear bad things about him. And then I think Caleb's a player. I think Ben Johnson will get Caleb to play, so I can see the Bears coming in third.
Yeah, it was funny watching Hard Knocks this week and seeing preseason meaningless when the Bears put a 38-0 on the Bills. But
right.
Yeah, and that's a tough one because there's stuff about the Packers I don't like, but I am worried. Not worried, but I am leery whether the Lions can keep it because they did lose the coordinators. They did lose Ragnow.
If their line is intact, so apparently they like what they, but everybody likes their stuff now. But if their line can block for Goff, then they're going to be right back there.
Okay. Yeah, I think that at least two teams from there would make. I'm going to say the Lions and Packers make the playoffs.
Yeah.
South, what about the?
Let's go South. It's Tampa's division. I think it's Tampa. Yep. I mean, now they got O-line issues too, so they got to be buttoned up front. But they got great skill people, man. They got great receivers. They got. I love Bucky Irving. I'm a Baker guy. I think Baker's a tough kid. Will make throws, stand in there. I like them. I think they're good. I think Atlanta's
I think they're the team the Eagles got to get through. Yes. That's my NFC Championship game. Eagles.
Wow.
Bucks.
Eagles Bucks.
And that one sure as hell. But at that time of year, it doesn't matter as much. But it really should be in Philly. I don't like them playing down there in the heat again early on. But I'm with you that the skill positions on that team are incredible. And the coaching and the Vita Vea and they have a serious defense.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. I think they're legit. Atlanta's interesting because Atlanta's got some pieces I like a lot. Like Bijan's a stud. Drake London is a stud. I'm a Michael Penix man. I think Penix can play. Apparently their defense is decent. So I think that's an easy two-team division. The other two teams stink.
London is interesting. London's getting mentioned above some of the really great receivers. London's really jumped up there. And to me, he's going to have to show me that this year. But people really do think highly of him.
Yeah. And out west, it's about Stafford, right? It's all about whether or not he can stay healthy because they're the best team.
So true. I just have a funny feeling they're not going to get a solid injury-free season out of Stafford. I think that's a struggle. And that's going to hurt them there. Yeah.
I agree. He's got nerve, pressing nerve. Nerve pain is hard to lay down with, let alone play football with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's there. I don't know. Everybody's all about the Niners. We'll see. They lost a lot over the last couple of years. I'm not the biggest Purdy guy.
Yeah. No, I don't see that at all. I don't put much stock in that ESPN 100 or whatever, but it's interesting how you see a guy like London's profile rising. McCaffrey's profile is plummeting. He might have been 1 or 2 a few years ago. I think he's in the 70s. And he was really the thing that made them great, in my opinion. To me, the wild card is whoever loses between the Packers and Lions, the Commanders, and I wrestle between the Vikings and the Seahawks. I'm going to say the Seahawks get in.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Cardinals. They're coming back with the same group. No. Murray. No. The most interesting thing about the Cardinals is who's going to be worse, Gannon or Steichen?
Exactly. I was going to say the thing about the Cardinals that gives you another rooting interest to root against that Gannon bum. Yeah.
Bum?
Yeah.
He goes bum. People rave about that dude. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's he done?
Yeah, there was good conversation yesterday about Steichen and Richardson. I heard you talking about.
Yeah.
I don't get that at all. You're either all in, or boy.
No, they messed that situation up, man. That's bad.
That sounds like a guy trying to save his job in the worst way. I think the better way to save your job is to convince the Colts that you're progressing with Richardson.
Yes. Like, what are you going to do with Daniel Jones? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Going 9-8 with Daniel Jones isn't going to get it done.
No, you're spot on. My brother, we love you. Thank you, pal.
All right, guys. It'll be 7 days next week. We'll come up with some stuff to whet the appetite.
Real quick, did you hear about this new show that's out?
It better not be the Netflix Cowboy show. Go ahead.
No, it's called House of Guinness.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's about the family, the Guinness family. So it's got like Succession. The guy who did Peaky Blinders is doing House of Guinness.
Oh, wow.
I got to dive in all that. Come on, Pat.
Oh, that's a must. Yeah, I was through that thing a couple weeks ago. Yeah, the history of that stuff's really fascinating.
Yeah,
and
man. I want to
so
play the Guinness
conscious.
while I'm watching House of Guinness.
There you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Also, Pat, this is a nug, but while you're here, you'll appreciate this more than anyone probably. Happy 106th birthday to Sister Jean at Loyola.
Oh,
Yes.
God bless her. Still going there.
Yes.
Loyola's finest. That's fabulous.
Yes.
Yes.
Still going.
Sister Jean. Yes. I love her.
Great
awesome.
call.
Hey.
All right,
day,
boys.
buddy.
All right. See you in a week. Take care.
There he is, Pat McClune from the editor's desk. Always fun. Every Thursday, we go through the headlines of the week. All right, let's take care of some business. And then Wulf is going to join us. So we'll get a little update. And then, of course, our soccer, it's a World Cup Thursday. And Michael Del Bene, who's the executive producer of FIFA Fan Festival, is going to join us.
Nice.
He's also the president and CEO of Welcome America, which is the big celebration that's happening in 2026. I'm telling you, Philadelphia is going to be the center of the universe, which I cannot wait. We're going to have so much fun next year. It's going to be a big, big party. All right, let's talk about Cherry Hill Kia. Yes, our friends at Cherry Hill Kia. You're looking for some amazing deals and super low lease payments. Look no further than Kia of Cherry Hill. Kia of Cherry Hill is a Folk auto dealership. It's important because Charlie Folk has a bunch of dealerships in South Jersey. Charlie's one of the best long time. It's been generations of the Folk family auto dealerships. And I love Cherry Hill Kia. The Kia of Cherry Hill gotta go see my man Bill. He's got, look at this, he told me on his lot, this massive selection, 450 new Kias. So they got over 40 Tellurides, over 100 Sportages, over 35 Carnivals, over 75 Celtos, and over 80 Souls.
Oh,
you're the
that's
soul
enough
man.
for me. Yeah. It sounds like there's one ready for me.
He's a soul man.
He's perfect for
He
the
is a
soul.
soul man.
I love the boxy little SUVs.
Yeah, you're a boxman. What are you driving now?
Honda Element.
Yeah.
VG's the soul man.
21-year-old Honda Element.
Look at it. Look at him.
Yeah, if he can figure out a way to get a song, and he's in.
Yeah, he's in. He's a showman. Kia is a showman. The Kia brand, this is amazing. 7 of their models got the 2025 Car and Driver Editor's Choice Awards, which is amazing. So think about this. They test over 450 models. Only 20 models out of the 450 received the award, and Kia's got 7 of them. So you know they're a great, great vehicle. So check it out. Stop in today. Tell Bill. Go ask for Bill. Go there. Go, Bill, Cuz told me to come over here, and he's going to take great care. He'll give you the Cuz discount. All right? You get the Cuz. It's going to be big. All right? So make sure you go do it. You can get a trade appraisal. You take a test drive. He'll throw you a restaurant.com gift card, feed you. All right? It's worth your time. Drive home your new Kia today, just minutes from all the bridges. Available online at 24/7. KiaofCherryHill.com. Now, I know people buy Kias elsewhere. I just don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why. Let's talk about Parks Casino. Street Road in Ben Salem. Oh, yeah. Parks Casino. We need to tell you all that's going on here at Parks Casino. A mecca of entertainment, VG.
Yes, it is.
We were talking about the dollar dog, every home Phillies that'll resume tomorrow over the weekend.
$3
Phil's
beers.
National, right? You got dollar dogs, $3 Miller Lights in the sports book.
Man.
I highly recommend go there, and you can have college football, you have all the baseball you want, and obviously the fightings.
Yeah. And $20 will get you 3 beers, 3 hot dogs, and tip your server. You're good.
Oh, that's a great deal.
Yeah. So here's what's happening at the Excite Center, which is a great state-of-the-art entertainment venue. On September 6th, it's UB40.
Red wine.
September 20th, Australian Pink Floyd.
Hello. Is there anybody out there? Just not if you can hear me.
You guys got it wrong, though.
Is there
One said out, one said in.
I think I got it
Yeah, it
wrong.
was him.
I got it wrong.
I'm looking at the lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
I'm
you.
going off my head.
Let's go September 26th, the Revivalists.
Wish I knew you when I was young. Could have got so high.
October 4th, Kansas.
I close
My eyes only for a moment, and the moment's gone.
October 10th, the Psychedelic Furs with Gary Newman.
Here in my car, I feel safest of all. I can lock all the doors. Oh, it's the only way to live in cars.
So they take the car, tow it, and crush you
Yes.
while you're in the car.
Stick him in the Delaware.
October 24th, Everclear.
Father of mine,
Tell me where have you been?
October 25th, Almost Queen.
We are the champions, my friends.
You always wait for him to start. And then
I
you
let him
jump
go
in.
with the Queen. The Queen's a little theatrical.
Yeah.
He's good with the Queen.
Well, he's a theatrical dude.
Yeah, he's good with the Queen.
November 15th, Bill Murray and his blood brothers.
The actor Bill Murray?
The Bill Murray is going to be there at Parks.
Nice.
And he's the best Bill Murray.
Yeah.
December 19th, Aaron Lewis.
But I'm on the outside and I'm looking in. I can see through you, see your true colors. Cause inside you're ugly.
All right. You
took me to the break on that one.
Tickets, parkscasino.com. You got to be 21. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, Bo is going to join us.
Bo is in studio. I'm going to go get him.
Bo Wulf.
Oh!
We're calling Bo Wulf. I love the fact that Bo is in studio and I could just use my big mouth. Like back in the day, they didn't have phones and the people in the neighborhood would scream.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been all right.
Yeah. My dad would scream when it was dinner time.
You know, yo, remember Rocky? Yo, Paulie, your sister's with me. She's good. What do you say, buddy?
How we doing?
Good to see you, pal.
What's up, Bo? Good to see you.
Here he is, my boy, Bo Wulf, all PHLY Bird Show. Lots to tackle here.
Pineapple coconut water. You talked about this already?
Yeah, he's got some weird thing. No, it's not coffee. It's just
no true paisan would drink this from in the morning.
I'm just, I mean,
coffee.
the pineapple and the coconut together. You got yourself.
I'm a very tropical guy, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fugazi stuff. Like
it's coconut, or actual coconut water, or actual
not real
pineapple
coconut.
juice. And less than 1% sugar.
I don't believe it.
Does that have chunk in it?
No, I don't have the pulp in it. No,
I
it's
hate
pulp.
I hate the chunk.
I like pulp. You don't like pulp?
Well, I
It's
like
like a
pulp,
pina colada
an
water.
orange juice pulp.
I like pulp. I like pineapple pulp.
I'm a big pulp guy.
No, it's not pulp.
Orange juice with
It is
pulp?
chunk.
Give me some pulp for orange juice.
Yeah. Tony Soprano. I like some pulp.
Yeah.
Instead of she whipped it out. Oh, this is no pulp. I like some pulp.
It's all.
All right. Tomorrow night.
Big one.
All right. Yeah. Make sure nobody plays. All right. I don't want to see anybody playing tomorrow night.
You know what's the guy who I think matters who was going to play a lot was probably Drew Makuba.
And now he can't play.
Now he can't play. So
what is the hamstring? What are you hearing about it? And how big of a source of worry is it? Because I hate these hammies.
Well, that's the thing. It can linger. And we saw it happen. It happened right in front of us. It was one-on-ones. I think he was covering Nick Muse, the backup tight end, in one-on-ones. And you saw him come up limp right away. And he tried to keep going through practice. He doesn't want to get this tag of being the injured guy.
Right.
He's going through special teams, and he just, you can tell he's limping around. So he leaves the field. I don't know. We see how long AJ says it's lingered. Now, AJ can take all the time he wants. He doesn't need to practice anymore. Let's just get him ready for week 1. Drew Makuba needs the reps, and Vic Fangio needs to see him get the reps. And so, after that game he had, that awesome preseason game where he gets the pick and the fumble recovery, and Vic says, yeah, those were just mostly bad plays by the Browns, but he had a knack for it. It felt to me like he was going to start week 1. Now I'm not so sure. I don't know if Vic is going to trust him just yet.
Yeah. So it looks like Sidney Brown, and he makes me nervous back there.
He, for good reason, because he comes downhill like a freight train and can miss that way. The problem is if it's just Sidney Brown in the secondary, all right, we can figure that out.
No, but it's QB.
If it's CB2, you can just
yeah.
figure that out. But when all of a sudden you've got 2 spots you're worried about, the whole picture becomes much more complicated. So I think it's a realistic concern for Eagles fans.
Yeah, I do too. I'm worried. You know what's funny? Pat McClune brought this up, and he's spot on. Sidney Brown, we would love in 1991.
Oh, he's a throwback player.
We would love Sidney Brown 1991.
And there are other schemes that would make sense.
Yeah.
You go place for Mike Vrabel,
yes.
That's fine.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
He'll be a good fit there.
Yeah.
But for this defense, where Vic needs you to be very reliable back there, it's not the perfect fit.
No. What's up with, by the way, being carted off the field? And that's not good when it's that close.
15 steps away. Not good. Now, I mean, it's also probably precaution. If there are certain injuries you wouldn't want to walk on at all, and they don't want to have people helping him off the field because they got to practice. That's always one of the craziest things of football practice is a guy will suffer a season-ending injury, and everybody will be around him and knee on the ground, and they're praying, and then 45 seconds later, back to practice.
Yeah,
I remember a time a couple years ago. They picked the guy up and moved him further back on the field so that they could keep practicing in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
it's a little harsh, but that's the world they live in, right? As for Johnny Wilson, I don't have reporting on the severity of the injury, but having seen this stuff, I would be surprised if he
got rolled,
put on injured.
Toth rolled up on him, and he knew it right away.
Knew it right away.
Yeah.
And even if it's not season ending, it's significant enough to just put him on IR now. And if they need him back, maybe they can bring him back.
So how's it look? I mean, our boy Cooper is going to make it.
He's done. He's on.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
He had some leaping grab yesterday across the middle. I was reading
from Jalen Hurts with Quinyon Mitchell draped over him. And then
I love the Coops.
And then Jalen comes over and daps him up, and Jalen says he's learning to trust this guy. He's got great, strong hands. I mean, listen, he's not just going to be on the team; he's going to be a player. That's how I feel.
Yeah, you're smiling.
He makes me smile.
Yeah,
he's really good.
Yeah. Wait, well, Bo and I have been on Darius Cooper. That first preseason game, and I know you watch him in practice, and he popped the whole thing. But watching in the preseason game, and I can't stress this enough. When you're an undrafted rookie, you're playing in the game. It's the first time you're playing an NFL game. It's not like you're a preseason warrior. You have these preseason Pro Bowlers, right? Every year that have big preseasons, but they really can't play in the league. This kid flashes.
And here's the other thing. We talk about, defensive tackle is often a position where it takes some time. Guys don't become who they are until year 3 or year 4. It takes a real development. Wide receiver is not like that. Wide receiver, you kind of know right away if a guy has it. And Darius Cooper coming in as an undrafted rookie, he has it. He does.
Man, he's got it. Where's Mechie fit in?
Well, he benefits from the Johnny Wilson injury, no doubt about it, because that's what he brings to the table is that dirty work kind of stuff. And so Johnny Wilson's loss is probably Mechie's gain in terms of being on the roster. And then the question is, do you feel like you need to keep a 6 with Anaya Smith? Do you need him to be the punt returner? I'm not so sure. He actually had a pretty good day yesterday, but he's
I'm like
I'm okay if they want to use a spot for him. There's nobody else that's like batting down the castle for I need a roster spot for the last like 3 or 4 spots. So if you want to use one on him, I think that's okay, especially because he's not a vested veteran. If you use it on Kendall Lamb or somebody else instead, that guy gets his contract guaranteed. So I think Anaya Smith is like right on the bubble, but I think Mechie's on the team right now.
What about Kenyon Green? And let's go to the line. Like I always heard it. He's got to build. He's got to build. He's got to build. Figure going to Stout U it would help, but he's
one of the biggest disappointments of the summer.
Yeah.
Because for all of the reasons you said, like you just saw what happened with Mekhi Becton last year, right? This guy who was a disappointment where he was, comes in with Stout, resurrects his career, gets the most out of his physical ability. And Kenyon Green just did not come in with that attitude, I don't think. You saw right away. I mean, even in the spring, Stout is putting him as the 3rd-team left guard. He's not even practicing on the right side, so this is not someone who was brought in to compete with Tyler Steen. And he's been injured. He's never really risen up the depth chart. Even in the one preseason game he did play, it was a lot of up and down. I would be kind of blown away if he makes this roster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I that's the one area of disappointment is backup line, man.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of guys, man.
I agree. And I know we had this conversation yesterday. Yeah, that is a bit of a first world problem. Most teams are worried about their starting offensive line, not their backup offensive line. That's true, but that hasn't been the case here for a while. And Howie talks about it all the time, that the bad seasons they've had have been because they have been beset by injury on the offensive line and they weren't ready for it. So they are always overinvesting in it. And right now, we saw the end of camp. You've got Lane sitting out, Mailata sitting out, Landon Dickerson is injured. And so the starting offensive line is Matt Pryor at left tackle, Brett Toth at left guard, Juergens, Steen, and Kendall Lamb or somebody else, or Darian Kennard at right tackle, right? That would be an issue. No, that's not how they're gonna start week 1, but they are missing a young guy who you feel really good about and you're kind of excited to see in the lineup. Right now, it's very patchwork.
But there's a lot of chatter on social media. Everyone expects Howie to make a trade with the assets he's got now. If what position would you rank the odds of it happening? Safety, edge rusher, or O-line depth?
Edge.
I go edge number 1. I do, because it is easier to project. There are more bodies available there. There are teams that have excess.
You don't have depth
on the edge.
You gotta get an edge guy.
So that's number 1 for me.
Yes, thank you.
I think
and it's not Hendrickson. We know that you're not going to be able to sign him.
Yeah,
you're not going to give up the assets, even though you have them,
right,
for a guy that you're not going to re-sign. You can't re-sign. Knowing who you're going to have to lock up, you can't sign him.
I think it would be the type of thing we've seen them do in the past, where it's like a 2nd-round pick from a new regime, doesn't fit the scheme. This guy can play for us. Some kind of guy like that.
Yeah.
I actually, I feel like they've probably made their corner trade already. Mm-hmm. Safety, I don't know that. I don't know. If they think that Makuba is not going to be ready to play week 1, then maybe it's like, I floated the idea of like, Marcus Epps. You bring back a guy who's like, you're not trading for a star, but a guy who you think is maybe better than Sidney Brown.
Agreed.
The other one that I would throw out there, I wouldn't be surprised if they trade for like a young tight end, because Calcaterra and Goddard are both in the last year of their deal. It's not like E.J. Jenkins or Kylan Granson has lit the world on fire. They could bring somebody in that they want to develop potentially. And then I also think they could trade for a returner, because Avery Williams has disappointed.
Did Mechie do some reps at punt return?
He never did it in college. I think he took 1 punt return. Didn't do it in the NFL. He did line up there when he first came in, but that's not what he's good at.
No.
And Avery Williams has disappointed. And so if Anaya Smith's not going to make the team, maybe you throw a late round pick for a dynamic returner.
Yeah, because here's the thing. You can't have Coop do it.
You don't want him to, yeah.
Either one?
Save it for the Super Bowl,
right. Playoffs, I'll have Coop.
Sure. Yeah.
But I don't want Coop doing punt returns every week. I don't want to put that kind of deal on him.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
And then offensive line could be a familiar face. Bring somebody back that Stout likes.
Agreed.
But I think if they're going to trade one of those real premium assets, like a Dotson level trade, a 3rd round pick, edge would be my guess.
You're too thin. Here's the truth of the matter is.
That's the first time anyone's ever said that to me. Thank you.
It's the truth, though. You have Nolan Smith, who we all love, but again, plays violent.
Yes.
Get dinged up.
We've talked about this for a long time.
On the other side, we're all hopeful for Jalix Hunt.
Very excited about Jalix Hunt.
But come on, man.
Right.
He flashed at the end of his year last year.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. And after that, Uche and Ojulari. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need an edge guy. Got to have an edge guy.
I agree with you. The only counter to that, if they're thinking about it in the building, is, man, we think Moro Ojomo is going to be so good that between Jalen Carter and him rushing, both tackles are going to be left on an island, and maybe we don't need quite as high quality of an edge rusher because
you get that
so
kind
much
of pressure
focus
from the
inside.
interior.
Are you expecting a big breakout year from him?
I'll tell you what. Every year, I do this thing where I ask the players, based on camp so far, who do you think is going to have a big year? The responses for Moro, overwhelming from his teammates. So everybody in that building expects him to have a big year. We will see if it happens.
I can say it. How about Jordan Davis? What do you? I just got that
He's been real quiet ever since he came back in shape. You really haven't heard much about him.
No.
He's looked fine. He's looked like he usually does. And I haven't seen that huge development as a pass rusher. Now they have kept him on the field. Often in nickel situations, he stays on and Moro comes off. To me, I read that as more Vic is testing his stamina and wants to see what he can do. Then that's what he's actually going to do. Everything with Jordan Davis, I need to see it in a game. I need to see it to believe it.
So let's go to tomorrow because we got to get through tomorrow before Tuesday, big roster day.
Yeah.
Cut down the whole thing. What's tomorrow look like? Is it because knowing Nick, Tanner's back in bubble wrap, so no Tanner.
You're going to see lots of McCord, lots of DTR. Probably, I bet McCord gets the first half, DTR gets the second, or something like that.
I could see that.
Maybe McCord even gets the first 3 quarters because he's going to be the third quarterback. Give him the reps.
Yeah.
Offensive line is going to be ugly. Wide receiver, you're going to see a lot of. I would hope that Mechie plays.
Right.
Darius Cooper is going to play 2 series probably.
What's Stout saying about the kid from Australia that played in
Lakin?
Yeah.
He hasn't said a lot about him. I think that he's been okay for a guy who's literally never played.
Literally, it was just it was his second ever game.
Yes.
But my point is
you can't trust him to protect your quarterback is the
No, but what I mean is he ready to go in the second will he be ready to go to the practice squad to just sit and
he gets a free spot, so
right.
He will. They get an exception for those international guys.
So
he doesn't even take up one of the 16. You just get a bonus 17th for the international player.
Okay, so he'll
be around.
Yeah. Do they see anything you work with?
That's a good one to ask him with True Serum.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not as he's not as monstrous as Mailata.
Well,
of course
you are.
Of course. He's more of a guard than a tackle. So I don't know. I think it's a fun one to follow. If anybody can do it, Stout can do it.
I know. He's amazing.
On defense in this game,
can't play Jihad. Don't play Jihad.
He's not going to play. I think that's why they signed that linebacker.
Yeah.
Because Jihad's not going to play.
We're going to see a lot of Trout Jr. because Bobby King said he had a freaking awesome
loves
camp.
Him.
Yeah.
Bobby King loves that guy. I bet Trotter plays 2 series or something like that, and it'll be mostly smart.
Where's he fit into special teams and back depth for linebacker?
Yeah, there are some people who think that maybe week 1, they're sort of splitting reps, Trotter and Campbell, depending on the situation of the game. I think it's going to be all Jihad. And I think it's a nice luxury to have that Jeremiah Trotter Jr. can be trusted if somebody gets hurt. I think Campbell's too good and you want him on the field. But listen, I said this to Bobby King yesterday. I don't think in Philadelphia, we are not used to feeling this good about the linebacker room.
Never.
Are you kidding me?
Bond and Jihad, obviously. Smile Mondon's had a great camp. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. He's talking up how much he loves Nakobe Dean. That's 5 guys who you feel good about. And I was like, so is this does this feel to you like you have a stacked room compared to normal years? So he's like, oh, don't put stacked on me. Like, you can't gas them up too much.
Yeah. I got to show you something, right? Now, I just want you to respond to the question of what do you think that this person's talking about when it comes to Trot Jr.?
Trot Jr. has great instincts.
Right.
And he's around the ball.
Yes.
And he's great coming downhill. I think you can see the reasons why you would want somebody more athletic in that defense. I also think I like Trotter a lot, but when you have Trotter and Zach Bond, the roles are very defined. One guy has to be the middle linebacker. One guy has to be the overhand guy. Whereas if you have Jihad Campbell and you believe that not only is he good right now, but is going to get better over time. So you have the two guys together
think that
who you can be more flexible with.
There are factions of people that think Trot Jr. should start over Jihad.
There are some people who think that, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen week 1.
I mean, listen, I don't know how you deny Jihad's freakish ability.
And
I love
listen,
Trot Jr.
The truth is, they used a first-round pick on the guy. He's going to get on the field.
I didn't even think that was a thing.
Some people.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a thing that Trot would be starting over Jihad.
I think it's more that some people think they're going to maybe rotate a little bit.
Yeah.
That there will be a role for both of them early on.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a situation where Trot would be better off? Could he start somewhere else? Would there be a situation better?
I mean, listen, Trot would start on the 2018 Eagles, right?
Oh, well.
The 2019 Eagles.
Yeah, I think Anthony Jr. would start on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so there are some teams. I think he would start on some teams.
Yeah. We got linebackers. I love linebackers.
It's like we talked about last year. The team that won the Super Bowl was like the Bizarro Eagles.
Oh yeah,
their run first. The secondary is better than the pass rush.
It's unbelievable, right?
Linebackers are great. Where did this come from?
Yeah. All right. So Tuesday comes. Do you think there's going to be any major surprises?
I think if you are thinking about what the major surprises could be, it wouldn't blow me away if Adoree Jackson doesn't make the team. If he's not going to start week 1, maybe they don't want him on the roster.
Right.
You could convince me that Azeez Ojulari is not going to make the team.
Right.
Those are the veteran level players. You're thinking about a crazy surprise. They could trade Sidney Brown if they think something different at safety is interesting. Listen, they made the C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade at cutdown day 3 years ago, so that's not impossible. I think those are the big ones.
So what's the schedule going to be?
They could trade Keeler Ringo.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happens between the game and Tuesday? What goes on?
Well, that's the thing. Is just who are the 53 guys we want to keep? They probably know that already. The game.
There's
we always overrate the importance of that game. Now
right.
Nick points to Reed Blankenship had an awesome final preseason game when he was an undrafted rookie. Reed Blankenship had an awesome camp.
Right.
It wasn't just that game. It's nice to point to.
Yeah.
But I think he had already moved the needle. So most of that stuff is done and dusted. They got to see who makes it through healthy. They got to see what teams around the league want. They know what position groups they would like to improve if they can. And they also they have practice on, Monday or whatever. They need bodies, right?
They'll do practice. So you'll have the cut down on Tuesday, and then you start and now they've been installing Dallas stuff the whole time, but you got
this truly game planning.
Yeah, it begins, right? Because then you'll have, the rest of that week, and then and it's on. And you got, the
they don't
games
have till
Thursday.
Sunday.
Yeah, I'm
Thursday
just wondering from Friday night to like Tuesday, players just sitting around waiting. Some of them.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. Think about that anxiousness that they have for.
Yeah, but it's not like the worst. The old
72
days were the worst. The Turk,
sure,
like you were done.
Right.
And there's not all these
much cold
extra. We talked about it yesterday. All the extra practice squad.
Yeah, there are more spots. The guys can stay around.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Last time, Sean, I need you to come with me and bring your playbook.
What if you don't bring your playbook? Like, what do they do?
Son,
it's like, no, I'm not bringing it.
Yeah, I'm taking it. Taking it.
You can't cut me if I have my playbook.
My brother.
Thanks, guys.
What's up in the 2 o'clock?
Talking about some of these same roster position battles, who we expect to play week 1, stuff like that. Talking about the game tomorrow and just hanging out. Me and EJ.
I love it. That's
Thanks,
good
guys.
stuff,
nice
buddy.
work, dude. Nice work.
Do me a favor. Leave that up.
Leave that.
And send Michael in. Michael Del Bene. Mike, we're going to get Michael up here. It's our World Cup Thursday as we count down to the draw, right? The draw will happen in December. And next year, Philadelphia, the center of the universe. And, of course, Mike, come on in, Mike. And as we can't wait for the World Cup, we're going to have a great stuff. Next year is going to be Philadelphia's year. It's like going to be, we're the center of the universe. The country turns 250, and we're going to be at, World Cup. We're going to be the whole thing. We have all the All-Star games and the NCAA tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey,
good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you. Good to be here.
How's everything going? Listen, I cannot wait. We talk about this all the time. And Michael Del Bene is the executive producer of FIFA Fan Festival, and of course the president and CEO of Wawa Welcome America.
That's right.
Which we love, man.
Yeah.
What's your world, before we get to the Fan Fest and everything, what's your world been like because of next year? Like, I can't wait for it. Because listen, as a lifelong proud Philadelphian, who I always think we get short shrifted.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's our year to shine. Like, Philadelphia's going to be cool. Cities become cool.
Yeah.
Right?
It's our moment.
We saw Rio with the Olympics.
Yeah.
Right? And everything was about the Rio culture. Well, I think next year is going to be about the Philadelphia culture.
I agree. And this is one of those moments that if we do it right, Philadelphia will be a fundamentally different city after 2026 than it was before, because this is such a global moment, right? And whether you're a sports fan, you're a history buff, you just like when communities come together, you just want to come and celebrate. You're a baseball fan, you're an NCAA fan, you're a PGA fan. It's all happening at once. So yeah, we've got a real opportunity to get it right.
And you know what? And it wasn't our doing, but we flubbed the bicentennial.
Yeah.
Like the bicentennial, it became like a fear that the city was going to, Frank Rizzo was the mayor, and there was a fear that, it was going to be out of hand, overrun. They had like a huge presence of the National Guard.
Yeah.
And it fizzled. Like the celebration. And I remember as kids, I don't know if you're old enough, but to remember the fire plugs painted red, white, and blue. Do you remember that, VG?
Yeah.
The fire plugs were rated, were the poles, like there was still the remnants that lasted, and it was almost like sad, in a way.
Eerie.
Does that make sense?
Afterwards. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's exactly what you said. The city knew that it wasn't ready, and so it got scared. Right. The city also couldn't figure out a way back then to be collaborative and to work together. Right. Which we've learned from our mistake. You asked me, like, what is my life like?
Yeah.
I love it that when we're a year out, people are getting excited about the World Cup. But myself and a handful of other leaders across the city, we've been excited for 3 years. Right. We've been working on this for 3 years. We've been working on this for 5 years. Right. We saw that it was coming, and we said to ourselves, we're not going to let ourselves make the same mistake. We're going to be highly collaborative. We're going to come to the table. We're going to learn how to work together. One of the reasons in my dual role with Welcome America and Philadelphia Soccer is to make sure that the city's 250th anniversary celebration and the World Cup, these two sort of aircraft carriers out in the middle of the ocean, don't bump into each other.
Right.
We need to make sure that we're all moving in the same direction. We're all working working towards a common goal, but that we do it collaboratively. So I think you're going to see a very, very different environment this year than you saw in 1976. We've learned our lessons. We've learned how to do it better.
Yeah, and what's going to be amazing? I mean, think about it, right? We have a July 4th match.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about all eyes on our city.
That's right.
As the country turns 250 and we have a World Cup match.
Yeah. And for the folks who are trying to figure out how to do it all, right? Philly has become the choice. Right? If you want to go see games or go to a fan festival in New York, New Jersey, or you want to run up to Boston, or you're visiting and you're a tourist and you want to go down to Washington, D.C., right? Because you want to see the Lincoln Memorial.
Oh, we're a hub.
You can do all of that right from Philadelphia. We're far more accessible. We're far more affordable, right? And so you can come, you can hang out, you can have the mixture of sports and celebration and, history. And you're also, right on the Northeast corridor.
Yeah, no, it's perfect to make Philadelphia a hub. And that's why it's going to be, I know we had the big push for volunteers last week because that starts. Now we need to have that vetting process. We need a lot of people to help out and be at the airport, to be at the 30th Street Station.
Yeah. And what's great about Philadelphians is it comes so naturally to us that, you can be a volunteer who puts on a polo shirt and stands in a hotel lobby, but you can also be a volunteer when you're walking down Market Street and you can tell that a family who doesn't really speak a lot of English is completely lost and is trying to figure out where to go. Philadelphians are the type of people that'll stop and say, hey, are you looking for something? It's right over here, right? And so
we get involved.
We do, right? We almost can't keep ourselves quiet, right? We can't stay out of it, right? We got to.
I'm looking for people lost. I'm like, is there anyone I can help direct? This is my neighborhood, my city. I want to help them find where they're going.
The other day, I heard people talking about the love statue, and I was like, it's over there. I can't help myself, right? Like, let me walk you over
We
there.
are such news boxes. Right? We are in everybody's business. It's the truth. But it's out of love.
Absolutely.
And it's pride. We have a special pride in our town.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think in moments like this, especially when it's sports related, right? We're obviously such a passionate sports city. And while soccer may not be the number one sport in Philadelphia, we still understand how sport builds community. We understand how sports brings people together, how sports takes people from different neighborhoods and makes them the same. And in 2026 from different countries and makes them the same. So I think when that passion starts to bubble up, that pride starts to bubble up, you're going to see a truly activated city. And you're going to see a city where almost everybody feels like they have a piece of the game. Right? They're owners in the success for our city.
Sports builds churches, man. I've said it over and over again.
It is a religion, so it builds churches.
It does. There's nothing like it. Like you watched the Phillies. I don't know if you saw yesterday the ovation that Alvarado got.
Yeah,
right?
incredible.
Like think about that for a second.
Yeah,
that is the height of community.
Yeah, and I think that passion that Philadelphians have for our hometown sports is similar to the passion that soccer fans around the world have for their country, right? And you see it whether it's the clubs or you see it whether it's the Premier League, and certainly when the World Cup comes and you're rooting for your country, that level of passion, the face painting and the chanting and the jumping up and down and the cheering.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we're building a fan fest. It's why Philadelphia was selected as a host city, and I think that we're really going to embrace that. And Philadelphians are going to finally feel like they're surrounded with someone who can keep up with our passion.
Well, let's talk about the Fan Fest because that's going to be awesome. 40 days of Fan Fest. We're going to have a huge presence broadcasting from there. Lots of fun stuff to do. Lemon Hill is going to be the site of it, right in the shadows of the Art Museum. Tell us about what you expect it to be.
Yeah. So as you said, it's 40 days. It's the entire run of the World Cup. It's June 11th to July 19th. Fan Fest, the concept of a Fan Fest was really developed as the World Cup experience for the everyday man, right? We understand that the vast majority of people who come to Philadelphia, who come to the United States or North America, are never going to see the inside of the stadium. Right. There's only 60,000 seats at the link, right? The tickets are, prohibitively expensive, and most of them are reserved for, special guests and things like that. So FIFA and the host cities work together to develop a way that people could be World Cup adjacent, right? You can come together, you can eat, drink, celebrate, dance, paint your face, chant, watch the matches as a community. And that's where the concept of Fan Festival was born. That's why we're going to Lemon Hill. It's an iconic location. It's easily accessible. I mean, it's a little over a mile from City Hall, right? So you walk right out there. You walk past the Art Museum, the Rocky statue, all of that stuff. It's right in Philadelphia. It's in an iconic sort of park-like setting. And we're going to bring it to life. We're going to activate it for 40 days. It's going to be stages, musicians, DJs, local dance groups, food trucks, food from all over the world, as well as some really important and special global activations, right? I mean, FIFA has a portfolio of global sponsors that are some of the biggest companies in the world. And they're going to come and they're going to have their experiences there. So kids can come and interact. There's going to be a huge retail and merchandise presence out there. So you can come and buy all your swag and all of that. It's going to be the place to be. And all day, every day, as long as there's a match on TV, we're going to be open and we're going to be partying.
There's nothing better. The communal viewing is awesome. And, listen, they have it down in Europe. Like, you go to these town squares, like these piazzas and all, and the way they watch and these games, it's awesome. Like, you'll see the camera shot, right, and then you see them score, or, and everybody going wild. And there's something about, community. That's why I keep going back to the sports built churches, because we're all there for this and we're connecting over it. It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. And you're right. Europe and South Latin America, especially, they do it better than anybody. I mean, no one is in their living room when there's a soccer match on, right? Or a football match on. And so we're going to really lean into that, because I think that folks, especially those coming from around the world to the United States and to North America, are going to be looking for that type of experience. They don't just want to sort of sit in a bar and watch it. They want to be outside. They want to be in a big space. They want a big celebration. And so we're going to build that. And so, Lemon Hill is going to have over 1 million square feet of activated space. It's going to be open every day, and it's just going to be a party. And it's incredible that it's happening at the same time when so many other things are happening, right? Wawa Welcome America, the city's and the nation's 250th anniversary celebration, the MLB All-Star Game, all of that stuff is happening at the same time. So when you step outside your front door, whether it's outside of your apartment or your home or your hotel, you're going to have just a portfolio of choices. You're going to almost be overwhelmed with where do we go today?
I know it's going to be so cool. And and you're doing it throughout the state. Obviously, we have the hub in Philadelphia, but it's going to be throughout the state. You're going to have these fan fests, maybe even I know, because I've been working with Meg on South Jersey. Which is important. And to get everybody kind of rallied, man, because next year should be a year that we all band together in this region. As we celebrate we're going to celebrate 50 years of Philadelphia, and that means the entire Delaware Valley and what it means to this country.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think everybody, again, is rowing in the same direction. I don't think there's anybody who's involved in this project that doesn't understand and appreciate the opportunity. Now we're just thinking about how to capitalize on it, right? And I think it's really important. And so many leaders across the city, the mayor, all the way, Governor Shapiro, all the way down, we're all thinking about how we can push the economic impact of the World Cup down as far as possible, right? Because one of the things we've said from the beginning is we want to make sure that Philadelphians don't feel like this celebration is happening to them, right? That's sort of like
a great point. You know what? That's awesome. I love that. Michael DeBene here in the Xfinity Studios live. We're about to head into overtime and kind of give a little OT perspective, but live from the Xfinity Studios as we hang out. Michael is head of Fan Fest, right? He's with the whole Philadelphia celebration and at the forefront of it. Let's do our overtime and then continue with Mike. All right. Let's explore this real quick because it's important. Because the worst thing that Philadelphians, and we're very similar, like people don't realize how we're unique creatures. And we're very much alike. All right. About how you handle, like people from outside the area don't get us. Right. They don't understand who we are as people. Right. There's a correct way to do business with Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
Well, we don't like things done forced upon us.
Right.
Yeah. So we
done
want to
at us.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's not good.
No.
So when you said the celebration can't be at us. It has to be with us.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And, that gets back to that idea that every Philadelphian needs to feel like they have a role in the success of our city, but they also need to feel like they have a benefit, right? They need to understand and be made to feel that what we are doing, bringing all of this stuff to Philadelphia, yes, your life is going to be impacted, but it's not going to be interrupted. That's what we keep telling people, especially out at Lemon Hill. I mean, Lemon Hill is right in a residential neighborhood, like right across the street. There are houses right there, right?
Yeah.
And so what we say is, yes, your lives will be impacted, but they're not going to be interrupted. You're still going to get up in the morning and go to work. You're going to take your kids to school. You're going to go, you're going to do the things that you've always meant to do. But there is an inherent benefit, not only to the city, but also to its residents by having this stuff. It's not just about FIFA winning, right? It's not just about Wow, Welcome America winning. It's not just about elected officials winning. There is a real benefit to the city of Philadelphia. You're going to see a fundamentally different city in 2027 than you saw in 2025 because of the residual positive impacts of all of this stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
There's going to be fan fests at different locations throughout the country.
So each of the 16 North American cities that are host cities have to, part of the stipulation of being a host city is you have to agree to host a fan fest. Now, they're not all going to look alike. Some are going to be a little shorter. Some are going to be a little smaller. Some are going to be in very sort of downtown urban areas. Some are going to be closer to the stadiums rather than in the urban settings. Everyone is doing it differently, but the concept of creating community and creating a place for people to come together and celebrate, that's uniform across North America.
And they give you some leeway to put your own like Philadelphia flavor on your own fan festival.
They do, yeah. I mean, I would say about 60 to 70% of FanFest is going to feel the same no matter where you go. The look, the feel, right? Like you can only choose a couple of different versions, right? Because they want people who are going to travel to the different cities to sort of have a uniform,
feel a little comfortable,
they navigate their way through, right?
Plus, to be able to put this on, you need some sort of uniformity.
Yeah. FIFA can't be, as I like to say, can't be walking 16 puppies at the same time.
Right, sure.
All over the place, right? So there is some uniformity, but they do give you a great bit of leeway to make sure that there is local cultural expressions coming through in each city.
Beginning with the food.
Beginning with the food. That's
which is the most important.
Yeah. We like to say that our fan fest is welcoming the world with a Philly flavor.
Yes.
And we mean that sort of literally and figuratively. Welcoming the world with a Philly flavor.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
How do people get involved? Like what can we do?
Yeah.
What's some of the action steps?
So, the organization that is convening all of this, the organization that I work on behalf of and that is getting up every day, this team of people who are so committed to making sure that Philadelphia shines is Philadelphia Soccer, Philly Soccer 2026. And they have a website and they have a social media and they have all of that. You can go online, you can sign up to be a volunteer, you can learn more about, Fan Festival and all that. Of course, you can always follow FIFA, right? The FIFA World Cup 26 is, they're pushing out information through their app and through their social media and all of that. There really is not a lack of information. It's really just figuring out for Philadelphians how they want to be involved, right? Whether they want to be passive or whether they want to be active. The one thing that I will say when you say about getting involved is the most important thing to know, particularly in my world about Fan Festival, is it is 100% free. There's no barrier to entry. You have to register, right? You have to tell us you're coming, but it is 100% free. And whether you are the world's most passionate soccer fan or whether you don't know anything about soccer at all, you are welcome at FanFest. If you want to come out and just lay down a blanket and eat a ham sandwich that you brought, and just have a great time, you can do that. And if you want to come and tie your country's flag around your neck and paint your face and be the most rabid fan, you can do that too. It is a family-friendly and welcoming environment for all that is completely free.
It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
We can't wait. We'll be there, brother.
Awesome. We can't wait to have you.
Really, it's going to be a blast.
You're great.
Much,
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Hang out and I'll walk it down.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to take care of a couple things. Some nugs. What do you got? VG's nugs of the day. The nugs of the day.
VG's nugs. Nugs. It's just time for VG's nugs. VG's nugs.
Badgett, backup quarterback for the Bears.
Oh my God, what a backstory.
Oh man,
what a backstory.
He got an extension, 2 years, $10 million. He's a little overwhelmed at the press conference. Great story.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people don't know this, but my dad is he's my right hand man, and he didn't he didn't even have running water until he was in high school. So there's definitely a lot of things and people that I think I could certainly help with this gift I've been blessed with. But yeah, just little things like that. Like, you know, I don't really know anybody back at home with any money, so yeah, it feels good. I mean, it's certainly a weight off my shoulders and my family's shoulders, and yeah, it definitely means a lot.
That didn't have running water.
I mean, are you kidding me? God bless that. Oh my God. I heard that story. I was, you know, sports can be good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, you know,
there's a lot of kids, these young guys with perspective, like Cam Ward. Yeah. Shifting, Patriots got a rookie offensive lineman, Will Campbell. He was sharing his perspective because people ask him what the difference are between college football and pro football. People say sport, it's the speed. People will say it's the classroom. So this is what his take on it. Short time he's been here.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with the classroom. It's just whenever you're going against good players each and every single day, it's just different. It has nothing to do with the classroom. The curve is the field. The players are, it's the National Football League. The players are here for a reason. That's because they're the best in the world. In college, you play a good team and a bad team, and the bad team doesn't have good players. Well, the bad teams in the NFL still have Pro Bowlers, so that's the difference, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Welcome to the league, boy.
Can't take a day off.
Yeah, that's right, son.
I want to, because I was hard on JT. So stats came out, pop time to second base.
Yeah, you were, right? We argued.
Yeah. You know where he ranks on pop time to second base? Number 1. You know how many passed balls he's got this year? He's got 1.
Yeah.
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 So
JT's done. He's done.
I always said the defense was there, the offense was
come on,
tough, but
Holmes.
I'm giving him he's having a banner year.
You were a witness.
Walking it back.
You were a witness.
Walking it back.
Andrew, you're a witness.
I always respected his defensive game. Come on. It was his power numbers that were a problem. But he's going to be
You
expensive.
always picked the wrong battle. I keep trying to tell you, pick the wrong battle.
He's going to be expensive. He's going to be way more expensive than he was.
And
earlier in the year.
and by the way, you don't have catchers.
No, nobody's got catchers. There's nothing out there. Yeah, he's going to be here. He's going to be expensive. Archie Manning, he gave out some advice his grandpa gives him before every game. Have you seen this?
No, I love this stuff.
His grandpa tells him before every game, get down or get out of bounds.
Yes, that's right.
He ends every call, every call with get down or get out of bounds. Not on game day, every call. These football people are crazy. How old is old man Archie? He's in his 70s, right?
Get out of bounds, boy. Yeah. We had our scrimmage last night.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't be there, but I got home and I went to ask Moss, how was your scrimmage? Coach Fran, right?
Yeah.
He said, Daddy, and he played well, right? But he doesn't tell me about what he did on the field. The first thing he says to me, he told me that later, but first thing he says to me is, Daddy, this kid called me the P word. Right? Of course he said it, right?
Right.
He's like, this kid called me and I went, called me a pansy. And I went, oh, yeah? And he goes, Daddy, the next play, he was watching the play, and I lined him up for a block, and I planted him. And I said, now who's the pansy?
This kid's going to be a star.
I started cracking up. I go, attaboy, Dad. Atta way to go, Dad. I love it, Dad. He said, Coach Fran was all fired up.
Yeah. We talked about the Bengals. Have you seen they lost their starting guard yesterday?
Yeah.
For the year.
Yeah.
Cordell Wilson. That's a problem.
Yeah, it's a huge problem.
Yes.
They're a huge problem. They're a mess. They might be the worst franchise. They might be worse than Jacksonville.
Yeah,
they have a great quarterback.
Yeah. Here's a 40 and under league somewhere that is super popular. I don't like these leagues when you're 40 and under, because 40 and under, you play with 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's not right. So here, this league is a little out of control. It's a 40 and under football league.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. So it's almost like Night Train Lane hitting people in this league.
Wow.
There's definitely no like targeting or defenseless hitting.
Oh, really? Great.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I love
If
it.
you don't have it, we can play tomorrow for Friday.
All right. Let's see.
Don't care. Tim Tebow out there to handed it off to little Darren Sproles. He done got
Oh my God, that's amazing. All right, last thing. Let's do our
back in
the day moment.
All right.
I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm going back in the day with Truman. Oh yeah!
Back in the day, what do
So we just got a little image of a game that happened in 1990 on this day. The Phillies trailed 11-1. They scored 9 runs in the top of the 9th with a 12-11 win at Dodger Stadium. John Kruk's pitch hit, 3-run homer ties it. 2 batters later, Carmelo Martinez doubles for the winning run. Wanted to give Krucky some love. He's had a good week. He's been funny this week.
Yeah, he is. He's a character.
Yeah.
He really is. He's cracked.
The clock.
All right, 11:11 it is. Everybody make a wish. All right? It's foul. It fouls you out there. It's good stuff. We love you. Be careful. We'll see you in the morning.
We all silly like the mayor.